Alright guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Oh, welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up?
Dude, we're back.
Oh.
Since the last time?
Thank God.
We're here.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
No. 2 weeks ago, it was last week.
And now it's this week.
And now we're here.
Yeah, I would have never thought we would have made it. If you would have told me 2 weeks ago, we'd still be here.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm dealing with a little computer bug.
Ooh.
It's a virus.
Ooh.
So that's why I'm wearing the mask and have the plastic divider between us.
I
I don't want you to
wondering
catch
what's up.
anything.
You know, I kind of picked up on the Matrix code going over you.
Right.
I was like, this doesn't seem right to me. But okay. So we're back after 2 weeks. Penn officially, once again, retained his title as an Iron Man.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I was thrilled to finish. You don't take that for granted.
No.
It's.
I mean, I do, because I know you.
Right.
Yeah, it takes no effort for
Right.
me. for
No,
you
it was
to be an
great.
Iron
I was
Man.
up in Canada.
Yeah. So you went from being an American Iron Man
Right.
to being a Canadian Iron
Right.
Man. Do you retain your American Ironmanship?
No, I have to reapply.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not an international Iron Man.
Right. Now I'm a Canadian Iron Man.
You're
Yeah.
Mr. Canadian Iron Man.
So I'm going to reapply in Maryland.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. It's a lot to keep up. Will
is.
you lose the Canadianship?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's try to keep up.
Why? Why do you do it?
Try to follow. But yeah, I had a great trip. Great trip, great race. I always, if you finish and you're not dead, then that's a win.
That's what I say about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Lunch.
that's true. Right.
If I finish and I'm not dead, that's kind of a win.
That's a win. Oh my God. David,
Yeah.
you know what's a loss?
Nothing that could possibly ruin my day and have like nearly 20 people talking to me about it.
This damn writer's strike.
Yeah.
I'm so over this.
Oh my gosh, it's hitting hard, dude.
It is starting to hurt. We're going to talk in a minute about Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
But I mean, the conventional wisdom. Now we're here recording this the end of August.
Yeah.
The conventional wisdom that I hear, and I want to talk about what else I hear. But the conventional wisdom I hear is just after Labor Day, we expect to see some progress with it resolved in mid-September.
Oof.
Now,
Maybe. Both of the strikes.
right. I think one thing I firmly agree on is once one strike gets resolved, they're going together.
Okay.
I really believe that. But what's interesting to me is I was reading some stuff online and it's awful. Like what people are quoting is like we're miles apart, nobody's coming to the table, no future talks are scheduled, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But what I'm also hearing from some veterans is that might just be talk. You know what I mean?
Like war vets.
Yeah, right. It might just be posturing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think. But my current position on the strike is like, I'm not going to be super stressed out and try to like panic until like end of September. Like if they're still on strike at the end of September, then we're going to have to like really reconsider what's our game plan, because then that tells me like we're going to start losing real holiday titles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were already losing titles.
Okay, so shall we segue into our second bit of news?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dune 2 was moved, and I tell you, if I had a nickel for everybody who texted, first of all, for everyone
God.
who texted me that Dune got moved, I can't even imagine what your phone was like.
I'm like, it was nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did
then-
you see this?
Right, first of all, did you see this? And then the second one that I got, which you wouldn't get, but I got, was, is David okay?
I got so much of like, how are you handling this? This is horrible news. And it was, I have to say, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I politely responded to everybody pretty much
yeah.
with like everyone that hit me up personally. And I was like, yeah, it sucks, or some sort of response instead of just
Yeah.
being like, God, I've heard this like
Yeah.
7 times in the last hour.
I think what's interesting is like we get so caught up, like it's just a movie. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and it's gonna come in March. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be okay.
I agree with what like the IMAX guy was saying. It's like it's only May, but at the same time,
March,
like,
March,
It's only March.
not even May.
But it's like the whole idea of like this being such a high concept film, and the longer that it goes, the less the like concepts stay in the general mind. But at the same time, it's not that like it's already been a year and a half, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's like
No, I don't buy that.
yeah.
I don't share that concern.
You know what got me upset more than the fact that they were moving it was the amount of like heavy sci-fi fan, like people who usually are on the like the beat of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Posting, take all the time you need, like keep going. I'm like, wait, do you think it's delayed because of like needing more work? Because I'm pretty
No.
sure it's done.
Oh, it's done.
It's because of like this is a tool.
Yeah.
Like they're using this as a weapon. In my like, so that upset me that people are like, oh, in support of it. I'm like, this is all the people that this is hurting are the actors and writers and stuff, because they're not going to get like their payout.
Yeah, but the studio is not going to get a $200 million movie at the end of their fiscal year.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying whose side I'm not on anybody's side.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they're both hurting.
Right, but the studio is using that as leverage.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Here's what I think.
Like, I thought the whole point of pushing it, well, they're not going to make as much money, but also they're like, well, if we're not going to make money, you're not going to make money.
Right.
Right.
Here's a theory that I heard that rings true, and I'll be curious to hear what you think.
E equals MC squared.
Right.
It does ring true.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time. Almost always.
Almost always.
E almost always equals. That's a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you read about this.
What was it in the paper yesterday?
Yeah, it was
I
in
didn't
the
get the paper.
Yeah, it was in the paper
Okay.
just yesterday. They uncovered one of Einstein's journals.
Yeah.
And apparently what was accidentally dropped
Yeah.
from his famous equation is what he meant to write was E most usually equals MC squared.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Almost always.
Almost always equals MC squared.
Yeah.
So a lot of people misquote it and just say E equals MC squared,
Right.
but they forget the almost always.
It's not a fully like
Right.
realized thing.
And that scene with him and Oppenheimer, that's what they were talking about. Robert
got upset.
Yeah, he went what's his face? Robert Oppenheimer went and talked to Einstein, was like, listen, we're going to just leave it as E equals MC squared because it's easier for people to remember.
He's like, not always.
And that's why he was so upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But there's a different theory.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
A second theory,
Whoa.
right?
Okay.
That is almost always true.
Yeah.
And it's not my own thinking. I read this somewhere, and I'm repeating it.
Okay.
But what I heard was the Legendary Productions. Like that's the
Legendary, yeah.
Legendary, yeah. They're still bitter because when the first Dune came out, it got caught up in the HBO streaming business, right? And they're of the opinion, rightly so, that cost them tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office. And the theory that I read was that they are now pushing back and saying, "Hey, we're not going to fall for that same mistake twice. We're not going to release this picture under sub-optimum circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we don't have the full machine of everybody's support for the release, we're not going to release it."
Interesting.
Which that makes sense, right? I mean, it rings true.
And the push for 2 is so much bigger than 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Empire magazine has like a cover that just came out and everything.
I'm saying. So that it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that theory makes the most sense. Now, what you said about leverage, that could also play into it. But my theory is the people who put the money up on this movie are not going to take a half-assed release. Now, what stresses me out is what makes them think the strike's still going to be going on in November. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if we're still striking in November, Jesus Lord, you know.
Well, I wonder if they feel like September, October is when they need to be promoting
The build,
it.
yeah, I think that
Yeah.
is. I think you're right.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, alongside of this, SAG-AFTRA has made an agreement to allow certain, I don't know the exacts, but certain movies are allowed to be promoted at festivals.
I read that. What do you make of that?
Seems like a cop-out.
Totally. If it can be supported at a festival,
Yeah.
why can't you go, what's the difference? I mean, I know exactly what the difference is. It's uppity, uppity, uppity up.
Yeah. Well, I think partially is these awards are often peer things.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
so if you-
praising each other.
Yeah.
And rather than
Yeah. So if you take all the peers out,
yeah,
there's almost nothing left.
right. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, like like if we can't celebrate ourselves, then why are we doing this kind
Right.
of thing? So
Right.
I don't know. It seems kind of I don't know, this is gonna be we're gonna like this winter and into the spring is I'm calling it the year of A24. They're gonna be, and I'll say even to the fall, because they're gonna be making movies right now. They're the only ones who can, and they're already churning out. I think they're elevating a lot of their movies. We saw last episode, not so much this episode, but like a lot of A24 trailers.
Yeah.
And I think they're just gonna be like, well, this might have flown under the radar before, but now we can have, 2-3 screens or whatever, when we would have only had one.
Yeah. A24 is releasing, if there's any Talking Heads fans, remember the old band, I think from the 80s?
Yeah.
Talking Heads, they have a documentary coming out called Stop Making Sense.
Oh,
And A24 is releasing this with an IMAX release,
interesting.
including a live Q&A after the screening. That's on Monday, September 11th. Tickets are on sale now.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, to your point, A24 is all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see when we get to trailers. A lot of things that would have probably flown relatively under the radar
Yeah.
are now going to be the things that if you're coming out, it's what you're going to see.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on to tomorrow, which when you listen to this is yesterday.
Or tomorrow. If you listened to it yesterday, 2 days ago, then it's tomorrow.
Right. For us, tomorrow. For you, yesterday.
For you, yesterday, right.
Think about
Because
that.
we're on a whole different plane.
Yeah. Of existence.
Right.
Yeah.
You know that, I know that. It's time we just admit it.
Yeah, let's admit
right,
it. Yeah.
Right.
National Cinema Day.
What if you're on the West Coast? Is that still tomorrow?
Well, it would have been a week ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right,
Yeah,
right.
You gotta think
Because of the
about-
time change.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway.
We're thinking about the time change.
No, you.
Yeah, you add an hour and you
Right.
subtract a week.
Right. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is National Cinema Day, which started last year. And this is the second annual National Cinema Day. And to be honest, I was a little confused. We were all had a lot of question marks, like, what are we doing? What is this? But it's actually really taking hold. And it's all tickets to all formats are $4 all day.
Wow.
And including IMAX. So if you
Wow.
want to come back and see Oppenheimer in IMAX, $4, that's a great deal.
Let me tell you about a Joel Coates.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Coates says, oh my God, National Cinema Day.
Yeah.
I said, my dude, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
He's like, this is it. I'm doing it. And I said, what? He goes, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Mission Impossible.
Perfect.
I was like, what? For real? He's like, yeah, should I do it? And then
Do it.
2 minutes later, he's like, I'm doing it.
Do it.
I bought tickets. I'm like, you're crazy,
That's
man.
a great day.
That is a great day, but that is a lot of movie.
That is a great. I could think of nothing else that would be better. I would love to spend a day watching movies.
Right?
It's
It'd be pretty amazing.
sounds awesome.
I feel like my head would hurt at the end of the day, but in all the right ways.
I also do feel like people who take first glance at what you just said are going to say, oh, well, I would have saved Barbie for last because it's like the lightest. But I say no. I think you get Barbie when you're fresh. It sets a fun tone for the day.
Yeah.
Then you get a heavy Oppenheimer. You think that one through. And then you just sit back and watch Tom Cruise be Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah, I agree. And if anything, edge of the seat action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be great. I think that sounds like a perfect lineup.
Yeah. Well, now, I hear some rumors
Talk to me.
that National Cinema Day isn't the only day you can get le discounts.
Le discounts.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Very suave, smooth segue. Yeah, so I mean, Drew and I have been talking about, well, there's a few different things at hand here. So we're doing Labor Day discounts. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday of Labor Day, tickets are $7.
Wow.
Except for Shrek, which is $3.
What?
Yeah. So we're doing big discounts over Labor Day weekend, and then I don't want to get too much into details because we've been back and forth on a lot of options. But for the month of October, let me just say, if you're not already signed up with Penn's Perks, which is our loyalty program, you're going to want to get signed up.
Oh, snap.
Shit's going down.
Oh, snap.
You are going to want to get signed up.
Wow.
Especially if you live in upstate New York. Yeah, we have an extra discount for upstate New Yorkers.
Upstate New Yorkers get a super discount?
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow.
Definitely. Yep. Wow. But only if they sign up, and you can sign up for Penn's Perks at penncinema.com.
Whoa.
It's going to be awesome. I am genuinely excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait until you see what's happening,
That's it.
people.
That's it.
That's it. All right, that's all the news that's fit to print. Oh. All right, let's move on to trailers. You ready?
Am I?
We got.
This is the best part of the show today.
Yeah. No, I got to admit, we have a lot of good trailers.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to pick them.
These, and I think some of these, I don't know if they would have gone under our radar, but they certainly wouldn't have been as prominent for us.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. This is an unintended consequence of the writer's strike.
And I have it was a hard choice for pick of the week for me.
Me too.
Let's start with Cat Person.
Cat Person is based on a New Yorker short story by Kristen Rupinian. Rupinian. Rupinian, thank you very much. That apparently went super viral and boasted as Amelia Jones's. You ever heard of her? Amelia Jones's follow-up role. She was in Coda. But it starred Nicholas from Succession, Nicholas Braun, the sort of hapless sidekick to Tom, and then another person. But anyway, this movie, Cat Person, weird, right?
Yeah.
It takes a turn.
I like the main star, which I'm not sure which one of these ladies it is, but she was in Lock and Key, which I really liked. So I really like her as an actress. But it's funny because it's like, it's kind of dark humor comedy in this trailer. Like it gets serious, but then at the same time, she's like, well, I guess one of us has to die. And then you just see all these images of her, like, what she's probably imagining killing him. Right. And that's kind of funny.
But I also think it had, like, before you realize that it's a horror movie and it sort of takes a turn, before it gets there, just seemed like a really good, like, I don't even want to say social commentary because that's too heavy and it implies it's not that deep, but
it is, because I think the question still asked in the trailer, is this really a horror movie, or is this, like, how much of it is perception of, the dynamic between an older man and a younger woman,
right,
and how that can be toxic,
right,
in the wrong situation, and how much of it is an actual bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, but I think what was an interesting, what caught my attention was when they put the words across the screen and it says, men are worried about what she'll think.
Yeah.
And then they, like, showed a whole bunch of, like, stuff. And then it came back and it said, women are worried about what he'll do.
Right.
And I thought that was a really interesting way to, like, coin or way to phrase the situation.
Yeah. The whole thing stems from her, a younger woman meeting an older man. I think it's like 20s versus whatever.
40s.
Yeah. And they start going out, and she's like, well, he has cats, so he must be endearing.
Right.
And then she compromises a lot. It goes over to his house, compromises a lot. And then after realizing that this is a mistake, she shouldn't have hooked up with him, wanting to cool away, one of the friends was like, well, what about his cats?
Are his cats at least cute?
Yeah. And she's like, wait a minute. Why would he lie about having cats?
Right.
He didn't see any cats.
Right.
So that it just, like, explodes from there.
Interesting.
So this was a strong contender.
Yes, this was a good trailer. This was
Yeah.
not my trailer of the week, but this was a good, solid trailer. The next one for me was Expendables 4, the Red Band trailer. They'll Die When They're Dead,
Yeah.
which opens in September. This was, because you're all going to think like, oh, it has Jason Statham and Penn hates these guys and all this kind of stuff. But I was really into this trailer. I thought
too.
I want to see this movie.
This trailer brought me back to what made Expendables
Yes.
fun. And I think part of it is that they're embracing it. And honestly, the fact that they're like, all right, we heard you. It's going to be R this
Right.
time.
They literally like posted up comments from fans being like, I hope it's R.
Yeah.
You know, it's better be freaking R, you know, and all this kind of stuff.
Because
And-
they kept kind of, mainstreaming it down.
Right. I feel like, and you're going to hate me for saying this, everybody's going to scream, but I thought Jason Statham looked great in this trailer.
Didn't he? Didn't he, though?
Like there's a reason that he's a big time movie star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's a reason that millions of people around the world pay money to watch his movies.
Yeah. I love Jason Statham.
Yeah,
Unlike you. But I love
No,
Jason
no, I know. But he looked really good in this trailer. I think this movie's going to be fun.
Now, speaking of the age dynamic,
Snubbing.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, you've got Cat Person, and
Right.
you just shift both of the characters 15 years, and you've got Jason Statham and Megan Fox
Right.
in this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I was also pleasantly surprised to see, I forgot about Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Remember when she was an A-lister?
Yeah. The thing is, I think I don't buy her as the girl to be got.
Right.
But I totally dig her as a femme fatale, like a badass. Like I think she's good for that.
Yeah.
Next movie we have. This was okay. So Cat. We started off. I watched these in order that they're here.
Yeah.
Cat Person. I was like, this is probably going to be my trailer of the week.
Yeah, probably.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Right. Then I watched this next one and I was like, hands down. There's
Obviously.
nothing's going to beat
Yes.
Maestro.
Right.
Maestro.
Maestro.
And nothing's going to beat. This is like pinkies out.
Yep.
Snob stuff. Straight up my alley.
Right.
I don't care who you are. I'm going to like
Right.
this movie just
Yeah.
because it's half black and white.
Right. Right. And because Bradley Cooper has a fake nose.
It's Bradley Cooper
Right.
has a fake nose.
It's gonna be awesome.
And it's his movie. It's
And
gonna be
Carey
awesome.
Mulligan is the
Amazing.
shit.
Yeah.
Love
She's
her.
so good. This looks good.
So we're talking about Maestro.
Yeah.
Which stars, it's a Bradley Cooper film, and it stars Bradley Cooper, Carey Mulligan, and I feel like there was at least one other big star in it. But this is a Netflix movie which is going to be released early November in New York and LA, and then November 22nd in select theaters.
Yeah.
Which, when I was done watching this trailer, I sent a note to Lori and was like, Lori, don't forget. Because I would love to play this at all our theaters, but definitely at Lidditz as well. And then it goes streaming on Netflix in after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So it's going to be one of those
Short
deals,
windows.
a short window, which I think we're cool with. We've done that before. Like it's not necessarily how we like things, but I think it works. And especially that time of year when it's really crowded with titles. Like, let's get the show in, make a ton of money, and let's move on.
This year might not be so crowded.
Right.
So this is perfect.
Right.
Yeah. I think it looks great. It's about Maestro and his wife.
But it's about Leonard Bernstein,
Okay. there you
famous conductor
I
from
didn't
New
know.
York City. Yeah.
go. I didn't catch that part.
Yep.
But yeah, so it looks good.
Yep.
Then we have a comedy from one
Is that what this is?
Jean Cena.
Jean Cena? Jean Cray. Is this, are you telling me Freelance, which opens on October 6th from Relativity, you're telling me that Freelance,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be a comedy?
Well, you probably didn't pick up on it.
It's one of those comedies that you don't have to laugh
It
at.
might have been a little subjective.
Right, there's nothing funny at it.
Yeah. It was so serious that
Right.
you probably didn't catch the humor.
Or either that or the humor was so highbrow,
Yeah.
you couldn't understand
Yeah,
it.
lost in John Cena's muscles. Whatever.
Right.
This is fun.
What's Oh my God. God.
Yeah,
Did you just say that?
this is fun.
Yeah, you thought this was a fun trailer. You were like, this is cool. I want to see this movie.
I mean, it reminded me of like an early trailer from The Rock. Like,
I was
I like
getting
Alison Brie.
ready to draw a breath to say the words.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of trailer of the week?
It was not that bad.
As you said the words, this was fun.
Uh,
And you said it just like that. This is fun.
This is fun.
I like skipping through the lily fields and picking the daisies and watching freelance.
And watching John Cena blow people up.
Right. In a comedy.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
It's a comedy.
Is it?
I mean, I'm sorry you weren't laughing hysterically the whole time.
It's one of those comedies where they're not going to make you, air quote, laugh
No.
per se.
No.
But you probably chuckled on the inside.
You might smirk.
There was, I will admit, there was one scene that made me smirk, that made me smile. When they're driving through the town and the little schoolgirl gives the limo the finger, and John Cena sees it in the backseat, and like the uppity ups are like shocked, and John Cena's in the backseat and he grins. He's like, "Yeah, that was good. That was a good moment."
It's not going to be a good movie.
That's where it ends for me.
It's good. It's good. I don't know.
This is fun.
I looked at it and I was like, I'd watch that at home. Like a Saturday night, with the boys.
No.
And they're like,
No, you won't.
We got babysitters
No,
to
you
hang out
won't.
tonight. Well, now they wouldn't even have babysitters. The wives are at home.
Right.
But they're too tired to actually do anything.
Yeah. No.
You act like you know. You don't.
I guarantee you will never see this movie.
You're right. I'm not going to watch this movie.
Now, a strong competitor for trailer of the week, and actually my trailer of the week, is She Came to Me, starring Anne Hathaway and Peter Dinklage, which opens at the end of September 29th, from Vertical.
This is also my trailer of the week.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
intense. Walk us through it.
You got Peter Dinklage, and he's a composer, and he's got to compose
Right. An opera.
an opera.
Yeah, he's an opera.
And he's married to Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
Totally realistic. And I love how it opens. He's like, I was thinking about having sex tonight, and she's like, good idea, but Thursdays.
It's Thursday,
She says Thursdays.
Right.
Like all Thursdays are out. And he winds up meeting a girl and hooking up with Marissa Tomei,
Yep.
and also totally realistic. And then
But what is Marissa Tomei's occupation, David?
she's a tugboat gal.
She's a tugboat operator.
Yeah,
And then he writes an opera
about her.
about
But she becomes obsessed.
a tugboat operator who seduces someone and then kills them, and he writes it into an opera. And then he says, "But you don't eat people, do you?" And she goes, "Well, not yet." I mean, this trailer is great. Movie looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks complicated. There's a lot to it.
And all the leads are fabulous
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
Because Anne Hathaway is a therapist. She's dealing with
Right. She's got her own problems.
She's got a guy who's like, I fantasize about you. Should I tell you about the fantasy?
Yeah.
fantasy? She's like, no.
No, thanks. I'm good. Yeah, trailer of the week, She Came to Me, which opens September 29th at your local multiplex.
And then the last one we have, Flora and Son. We didn't do this one before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looked good.
Yeah. It's about
It's not going to contend for trailer of the week, but it's like a good, solid, it'll work.
Yeah. It's just it's a mom trying to connect with her son, so she tries to learn guitar, meets Joseph Gordon-Levitt trying to teach her guitar, love story, family grows together by the end, and it's all because of the guitar.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to draw a blank. What was that movie about the kids that formed a band in Ireland? It kind of has a similar vibe to that.
I don't know, but I get just that in itself. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. This looks like a good, solid movie. There's a 50-50 chance that we watch this either when it opens at Penn Cinema or on TV.
Right.
Like this could go
Who
either way.
knows? Either way.
Yeah, it depends what else opens that week.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the trailers for this week. Again, She Came to Me is the trailer of the week.
Followed closely by Bradley Cooper's masterpiece, Maestro. based on the life and times of Leonard Bernstein. And if Pop Peter is watching, then we would like some credit for knowing who Leonard Bernstein
Right.
is.
And do you mean Pop?
Yeah.
Peter.
Pop.
Yeah. All right, you ready to get into this review?
I am.
This week we watched a movie called Blue Beetle.
That's the French.
Yeah.
I'll translate it in English.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Blue Beetle.
Right.
But if for the French out there,
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. I definitely watched this movie.
You definitely watched
We
this.
watched this movie.
We
Yes.
watched this
Yes.
movie. I am watching you like a hawk.
The royal fucking we.
Yeah, the royal fucking we. Okay, give me a synopsis of the bluest beetle.
You want a synopsis?
Yeah.
Of the story.
Bring me into some of the finer details.
It's in the finer details. This is
Yeah.
like a quiz.
Yeah, this is to see.
You're testing the waters.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how far you can lie.
It's about this beetle.
Like a Volkswagen?
Right. It's a remake of the Herbie movie.
Perfect.
Yes. All kidding aside, I 100% did watch this movie and I loved it. And it's about a guy, Jaime, who gets himself fired from a cleaning job at Cord Industries because his sister's taking a luxury dump, right? And then he gets fired because he tries to break up, like somebody's picking on somebody and the lady fires her. But then the good sister overhears this and is like, stop by the tower and I'll get you a job. She stops by the tower. He stops by the tower. One thing leads to another. She hands him an empty burger box, and inside the burger box is this magic beetle that later jumps into him, apparently not through his ass, even though that's what that's what some of the family members assumed, right? But he protests. That's not how it went in.
It makes its home on his back.
Right. And then chaos ensues for a little while, and he develops a love affair with the sister, Jenny, I think is her name, right? Jenny Core.
He develops a love affair with his sister?
The sister, I said.
Oh.
The sister. Oh, I'm sorry. She's not the sister. She's what? The stepdaughter.
Okay.
I keep saying sister like she's the sister of the evil lady, Susan Sarandon.
Okay.
But she's Susan Sarandon's what? Stepdaughter?
Sure.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's some.
The way that you told it made it sound like he lost a job because of his sister, but then his other sister
Right.
gave him the Blue Beetle, and then he fell in love with his sister.
We should do this every week. Let me give the synopsis of the plot.
What do you think happened during this movie?
What does Penn think happened?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But then everything else goes, and I was watching it with my buddy Mark, and I leaned over to him and I said, "This is great. We were both loving this
Sister Love
movie.
is amazing.
We were both loving this movie." But then I said to him, "Like, who's the bad guy? Like, who's going to be the enemy?" Well, the enemy turns out, of course, to be the evil lady from the beginning, and they are trying to take the power of the Blue Beetle from the guy. They put him in like an upside down whirligig,
Of course.
and chaos ensues, and
Because
he wins.
The the Beetles are sent to make people in suits, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Wasn't there a big baddie
Well,
in another suit?
yeah, but the big baddie turned out to be a good guy. Oh, you're talking about the red big
The red
baddie.
big baddie.
No, yeah, the red big baddie did turn out to be the good guy, or he turned out to find his inner good guy.
Inner good guy.
Yeah.
Aren't we all just on a journey to find our inner good guy?
You're never gonna find yours.
It's kind of a last moment deal for me.
You're gonna wait.
I'm about to go out and like, oh shit, there it is.
Yeah. There's my inner good guy.
Conk out. Wow. So, what was your favorite part of the Bluest Beetle?
Well, we all agreed George Lopez stole the show, and when Jaime left and stole his pickup truck, and George Lopez goes, "Ma, he stole the taco."
It wasn't Batman's a fascist.
No, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was good. There was a lot to like about this movie.
Right.
I'm just picturing the one that I.
Now, do you feel like this is a callback to like some good DC stuff? Like, you think DC's like on an upswing with this?
I'll take it a step further.
Oh,
This was the best superhero movie I've seen in years. I liked it better than the last few Marvel movies I've seen. The last movie I liked that was better than this.
Live act. What are we saying? Live action?
Yeah, live action.
Okay.
The last movie I've seen that was better than this was the Black Panther.
Oh, strong.
I would, but I think history will judge it. Put it in a league with the Flash.
Of extraordinary.
But then I'll say that it was better than the Flash.
You know how many people hate the Flash? Like,
I know.
We
I don't.
are like
I don't
in a
get
minority
it.
there.
I don't get it.
Almost you saying that almost. I bet people are like, well, I don't know if I'm going to trust Blue Beetle now because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, that's their loss.
I know, right?
Sucks for them.
Yeah. I didn't watch this movie. No, trust. I wanted to, but I actually. We had 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna take a week off.
Yeah.
I'll see the next week.
Yeah.
And then I got crazy sick.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, there's no time.
Well, you missed out.
Yeah. I totally want to try and make some time to see it.
I genuinely loved this movie.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I laughed a lot. The kid who plays Jaime, who's the main character of the Blue Beetle, is named Zolo Maridenueña. And Jenny Cord, his love interest, is played by Bruna Marquezine.
Not his actual sister.
Marquezine, right. I never heard of either one of them, but sign me up for whatever they're doing next.
Nice.
Because I thought they were both amazing. And then Susan Sarandon played the bad guy, and she was fine. She wasn't like good or bad. She was like whatever. But George Lopez was like the comedy uncle, and he was amazing.
He's the old Blue Beetle, right?
No.
He's not.
No, but there is a storyline around the Blue Beetle. And I will also say, stick around for the stingers, plural.
Multiple.
Yep. First one comes right away. Second one is at the tail end.
Now, do you think, because this new DCU is confusing,
I know.
you think the Blue Beetle will continue on in a capacity that matches up with this new universe? Or is this
No, I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so. I mean, what we were wondering was, didn't Gunn announce that Blue Beetle's not part of the new...
Yeah.
Like, this is before the line in the sand, right?
Right.
Well, I'm hopeful, but skeptical.
Do they bring any other of the DC...
No.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah.
So it could.
There's a reference to the original Blue Beetle, the old Blue Beetle.
Yeah, but none of the other movies.
A significant reference.
Right.
But no, none of the other, nobody else.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, let's move on. Well, next week, what are we going to do?
Next week, The Equalizer 3.
Nice.
Denzel.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so next we're going to get into listeners' notes, questions, answers, comments, suggestions, so forth, and so on. Look, if you want to be a part of the show like these wonderful people, best way to do that is hit us up at our new email address, podcast@pencinema.com.
Is it ready?
We launched it earlier this morning.
Okay. So by the time you're hearing this,
Yeah, the new email will be up.
the new email will be up. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, podcast@pencinema.com. Where do you want to start?
Listeners, notes, questions, answers, feedback, comments, and questions. Jason, not Jonathan, Jeffrey.
George? With a J?
Jeff with a J. Jeff.
Geoff.
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 Right.
Yeah.
Also pronounced Joff.
Joff.
Joff wrote in. The Hoff wrote in. The Hoff wrote in that if I followed along correctly, did he watch Meg 2 at home? Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
Yeah. And he had comments about that. But his question to us was, he thinks he watched Meg 2 21 days after it was released in theaters. Mm-hmm. And that seems like a short window.
Right.
And he was asking us what our thoughts were on that.
He was like, this is the shortest window.
Yeah.
We already earlier this episode, we talked about Maestro, which is like a 2-day window. Or a week window.
A 1 week window.
Yeah, which is pretty
Yeah.
small. So it's not the shortest. It happens.
Here's how I would answer that. I would say it's on the short end, and it's a reflection of it didn't do well in the box office.
Right.
Like I think that we can now expect the period of time that you're talking about is referred to as the theatrical window. Mm-hmm. So I think that we can expect theatrical windows to be fluid and to be direct reflections of how well the movie does at the box office.
Right.
Barbie, which is still the number one movie, you're not going to be getting that on demand at home anytime soon.
Not only is it the number one movie, when I walked into the theater today, there are still people dressing up.
Still people dressing up and taking their pictures in Drew's Barbie
Right.
display.
It's no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big movie. So yeah, 21 days from screen to on demand is pretty short, but no, it's definitely not the shortest. We also got a nice note from one.
We do the gobble gobble. We do the turkey wobble. We do the gobble gobble.
Did I tell you about my car?
No.
Yeah, I got a new car.
You got a new one.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Wow.
It's the greatest.
Is it? What is it?
Well, what it is I got
Beetle?
it rigged. So it's got like a lift kit. So whenever I honk the horn,
Yeah.
it plays the Mystery Gobbles
Gobble
theme and the car bounces.
Yeah.
So if you ever see like a super cool looking car bouncing down playing the Mystery Gobble theme, then you know that's me.
What I love is every time you stop short, it goes.
Right. Yeah, you hit the brakes. It's a fully, fully operational vehicle.
Right.
Right. Well, anyway, the Gobble took a break from his breakdancing to share with us. Did you know that he's not a professional, but he's a...
Every time I see him, he's always got the cardboard
Right.
under his arm.
Right.
So he can lay it down
Right.
wherever he
He's
goes.
wearing the Adidas jumpsuit
Yeah.
with the bucket hat.
Yeah. He's like, don't you recognize me? I'm the mystery guy.
Right.
And I'm usually like, I don't have time for you.
I never recognize him until he's on the cardboard busting a move.
yeah, spinning on his head.
Then I'm like, oh shoot, that's for sure.
the mystery.
I know that guy.
Gabelle.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have French heritage? Are you have France in your background?
You might not know this,
Yeah, I don't.
but
I didn't get the paper yesterday, so I didn't.
you missed it.
Right.
It just was released.
Right.
I am French.
Yeah. Bonjour.
Bonjour, je m'appelle
So I was up
David.
racing in Canada, and I forgot how, since it's in Quebec, like most of them speak the French.
The French.
Yeah. They speak the hell out of it
They
too.
were like, excusez-moi, parlez-vous the French?
So let me tell you this quick aside. You go up to Canada in Quebec, and somebody starts talking to you in French, and you look at them and you smile and you say English, like with a question mark, and then no problem. They tell you whatever they were telling you in English.
They slap your face with a hamburger
No,
and continue on with
right,
the conversation.
right, with the hamburger, with the raw hamburger.
Yeah.
So that's my experience. That's the baseline. So I'm in this grocery store getting the necessities,
Whoa.
provisions, if you will, and I'm in the produce section, and there's these kids stocking apples. So I want an apple. So I go up and I grab 2 or 3 of them and put them in my bag. And he looks at me and said, apple. And
Le Pomme.
And I looked at him. Now this poor kid was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
I looked at him and I smiled the friendliest, nicest little smile that I could manage.
Raised your voice and said, I do not speak that language.
I looked at him with a very kind and gentle face, and I said, English? And the kid stared at me. And then he stared at the apples. I stared back at him, and he stared at the apples, and then I stared at the apples, and then we locked eyes again, and I could tell that, like, my boy was struggling with the English.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So he looks at me, and he goes, because I had picked out Honeycrisp apples. And he goes, those are not apples. Now, I've seen apples before, so I know. And I looked at them, and I looked at him, and I must have looked confused. And then he remembered the detail he forgot. And he goes, those are not Honeycrisp apples.
Oh.
So I thanked him very much. And then he motioned over to where I could find the Honeycrisp apples. And
Threw the apple at his face.
I just felt bad because, this poor kid, his parents are probably telling him how important it is that he learns English. He probably hates going to English class.
Right.
Ugh.
And there you were. You're like recognize my language.
Right. Yeah, they're like, damn Yankees.
Yeah. This is America.
Right.
Technically, this is America.
Okay, so the Mystery Gobble wrote in and commented on the fact that we took off a week last week, and he said, thanks. We really, on behalf of all the listeners, he wrote, on behalf of all the listeners, I would like to express my thanks for giving us a break.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Yeah. So, Top 10 Sarah hits us up. You're familiar?
I love Top 10 Sarah.
Right. She comes back from her big trip. She's been traveling all over the world. She hears our review of the Meg, and she's like, oh my God, I gotta go check it out. I mean, must be good, since they said it wasn't. She says, I didn't enjoy it as much
Wait,
as David.
wait. Can we gloss over that?
Yeah.
Did you say it must be good since they said it wasn't? Okay, I want to make sure I heard that correctly.
Right. Now, I can't remember if she said she watched. This must be the. Did she watch the first one? Yeah, she watched the first one, which I am disappointed that she didn't find the fun in the camp of the first one. But she says, I didn't enjoy it as much as David.
Nobody, let's just pause there. Nobody enjoyed
Nobody
it as much as David.
It pretty much lived up to my very lowly expectations. As someone who loves sharks and has watched a ton of documentaries, I mean, that basically makes me a shark expert, right? This movie was absolutely ludicrous. I don't know how she could say that. I did like a few nods to Jaws, like when they were out on the giant rescue ship. I kept thinking we need a bigger boat. And the scene with the kid that asked his mom to go in the water was very reminiscent of the same scene in Jaws, just a different beach in a different part of the world. I also like the part where Jason Statham's character went for a swim with a shark and sang to himself, "Keep swimming." Well played. Lastly, I was anxiously awaiting the Meg to jump out of the water to swallow one of the many helicopters that hovered above it. Alas, predictions did not come true.
Alas.
Alas. I am sad that you didn't enjoy this movie. Because, I mean, who doesn't love the part where they have captured the Meg and it's huge and they're like, guys,
Yeah.
we did it. This is the Meg and we did it. We're amazing. And then, there's a bigger Meg and it eats the smaller Meg
For lunch.
off of their boat. And then they say, if you can make it to the end and live, that's a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we started the show.
Right.
Yeah.
So then we followed it up because you got to keep it in the family.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite sister wrote in. Now I thought this we should start having letters of the week.
Right. Well, this is also a trend.
This was letter of the week.
When one family member decides to take a stand against someone,
Right.
the rest of the family has to come together
Yeah, they
and
pile on.
also take a stand against that someone.
Oh, so you're saying this is no fault of your own.
No.
You're saying you're an innocent victim.
I am definitely victimized by this family feud.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Where's Louis Henderson when I need him?
Right. Everyone's favorite sister wrote in and said, when David, that's you. I'm pretty sure.
To be clear.
Right. David
me.
Multiani.
Multiani.
Everyone's favorite sister wrote in and said, when David said Ferris Bueller was one of the 80s movies he dislikes, I screamed, no, so loudly that my husband, who was downstairs at the time, came up to ask if I was okay. Ferris Bueller defined my teenhood. In the list of top 10 80s movies, it is second only to The Lost Boys.
Wow. I don't like The Lost Boys either.
I'm a big fan of Ferris Bueller. I love the movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great movie. I don't think it's in my top 10 list of 80s.
Really?
Maybe it is, but just barely.
Okay.
That would be a fun. I'm going to do that for next week. Penn's top 10 1980s movies. And what do you want to do? You're going to do David's top 10 90s movies?
Sure.
Okay.
And let's have, if anyone wants to guess our list, guess the top 5 of our list. Keep it shorter. Let's see what you can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Podcast of Penn Cinema.
I already know what my number one's going to be.
Ferris Bueller's.
Ferris Bueller.
It's second to only.
Right. Second only to nothing.
Exactly.
I would take a backseat to nobody.
Nobody.
All right. She goes on. Now, viewers with sensitive ears, viewers who are sensitive to language,
Sensitive.
who don't care for the rough and rowdy.
Yeah. If you need
The
some help to get
crass.
through it, crank out that pinky.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she writes about how she couldn't believe David didn't like Ferris Bueller and how Ferris Bueller defined her teenhood. In fact, Ferris Bueller, in the list of top 10 80s movies, Ferris Bueller is second only to The Lost Boys, another movie that David Moulton hates. She continues to say, having said that, I feel like she's throwing you a bone. Like she's trying to.
She is.
This is like a little peace flag.
She's like, I don't hate you as much as my sister did this
Right.
week.
Right.
Yeah, but I have to stand with her
Right,
because
right.
of family traits.
Right. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Having said that, she writes, watching the movie Ferris Bueller as an adult, I can fully appreciate that Ferris is a self-entitled prick, a douchebag, if I can say that in the radio. He's just horrible. However, that does not dampen my enthusiasm for the movie. I still love it, but I can forgive people who've only seen it as an adult for disliking this 80s classic. That's where we disagree. I cannot forgive anyone who dislikes this movie. David, including David Moulton.
Wow. Irredeemable, the story of David Moulton by Penn Ketchup.
I don't stand a chance.
I knew from the moment he said,
Oh my God.
look, everyone's open to their opinions. Yours is just not right.
But here's the thing. Like, if you're going to start, here's why I disagree with her position. If you're going to start down that road, then you can't like The Godfather either.
Oh.
Because he's a murderer. Like, he literally instructs murder. Like, and
but is he a
take
prick about it?
take a list of of whatever movie you love.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're going to start holding the main character up to like, oh, is he a good guy or is she a good person? Like, that's a tough. You're going to be left watching. I don't know what you're going to be watching. What's that movie with Julia Roberts where she defended all the guys that got water poisoned, all the families?
Aaron Brockovich?
Aaron Brockovich. You're going to be watching Aaron Brockovich over and over. And maybe Rocky. And Apollo 13.
Maybe.
Apollo 13.
Maybe Rocky. That's a big.
Right. Maybe Rocky. Right. You can kiss Top Gun goodbye.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, that guy's a prick,
Yeah.
you know? You can kiss a lot of our favorite movies goodbye if you're going to start holding, like, oh, I want the main character to be a decent, upstanding, nice person.
Well, if you want to write the show, email our new email address, podcast@penncinema.com. Penn will have genuine reactions. All right, let's move on to what are you
Please.
doing? What's been going on in your life these last 2 weeks?
David,
other than-
I've been out and about.
Whoa.
I went to Canada. I'm pleased to report. I alluded to this earlier in the show,
Yeah.
but I'm pleased to report that I did not die, as evidenced by the fact that I'm here.
Yeah.
Unless
they let you back in.
Unless maybe I did. In which case, you're in the afterlife listening to the Penn Cinema podcast. In which case, you may have not made some great choices.
Maybe.
If you're listening to us in the afterlife, you might want to reflect
Yeah. Just a little bit.
some of your choices.
Things could be better. Or worse. Or worse.
It could be worse.
Think about it.
So I did that, and I also have been to New York to visit dear mom,
Oh.
grandma. Yep. So went and saw her, I think, a couple times, and yeah. So
Wow. Way to go. you.
my point is, I've been busy. I've been watching TV here and there, but I'm not really like into anything. I can't really report any shows or whatever.
Mine was, I've been up to a lot apparently.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
filled
yeah,
out.
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
It says, I've been on to some Star Trek stuff.
Yep.
I mean, some impressive sounding book.
You read an impressive
I
sounding
read an
book.
impressive,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, that's pretty
Well,
much
yeah.
pretty clear. Maybe some interesting floral arrangers convention.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
Probably.
obviously.
Right.
And then finally your mom.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So you went and visited her too? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, if you change Star Trek to Star Wars,
Okay.
Ahsoka came out this last
Okay.
week, and that was really good,
Mm-hmm.
and I really liked that a lot. Some impressive sounding book. I did just get a new book by Chris Broad about living in Japan
That's impressive
that
sounding.
I'm super
Into.
pumped to read.
Yeah.
I haven't started yet. And then International Floral Arrangements Convention. I did do the flowers for a wedding last night.
See?
So, I mean, that's pretty international.
Right.
I think your mom's stuff was just spot on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's what we got. All right. Well, next week, Equalizer 3.
Yes.
Have you seen Equalizer 1 or 2?
I don't think so.
Neither have I.
I don't think so. Unless I saw them and forgot.
Perfect. Let's come up with the best explanation for what would have happened in the first 2 movies without seeing them.
Okay.
After seeing the third one.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. And hopefully by then I'll have seen Blue Beetle 2 because it's still on my list of things to do.
No, I don't think Blue Beetle 2 comes out until like 2026.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks
so
for
you're
correcting me.
You're going to have to wait.
I was confused.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Right. No, un momento.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
No big breaks this time.
Right.
With Equalizer 3. Look, if you want to talk to us about Equalizer 3 or anything else that's really on your mind, we're here to listen. Our new email address is podcast@pencinema.com. That's podcast@pencinema.com. Penn, if someone wants to support the show, what's the number one way they can do that?
Well, there's a little grocery store up in a little village outside Mont Tremblant, Canada, in Quebec. And what I would really like our listeners to do,
Find the Apple Boy.
I don't like to ask,
Yeah.
but I need a favor this time.
You're going to tell.
I want all of our listeners to go to Quebec and find the Apple Boy. And
Everyone go to Quebec.
Right. But here's the trick. I want you to all go together.
Road trip.
Road trip. And by the way, when you're crossing the border, say hi to the customs agent that I was chilling with.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do they let people, like one person in a car, go in the carpool lane?
I get it. That's a joke.
Our listener.
That's like a joke about our right.
Yeah.
Because
it was self-defamation.
Right. And I see that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. But say you can't make it to Quebec.
All right. If you're unable to attend, then tell a friend about the show.
At Penn Cinema Podcast Con.
Right. Oh my God, that would be great. We need to have a Penn Cinema Podcast retreat.
Yeah. To that one place.
To that grocery store.
Why'd you guys all come here? Big story.
Big story.
You won't understand.
Ask the Apple Boy. He'll
Where's
tell
the
you.
Honeycrisp?
Right.
All right. Well, once again, for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Bolton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
Take care
and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.
Nice. That was awesome. Good. Yeah. Great. I'm happy.
It's a cut.